Hello. Hello.
Down here for the
that is totally possible. So Mark is really appreciated.
perfect. That'll help the background to be able to hear.
Absolutely.
Basically, I'm just going to ask you for both your names and tell us about tonight's event.
My name is A. Jones.
And I'm Brian Anthony.
Tonight is the Art of R&B. It's hosted by myself and Matt Seward along with Brian Anthony. Basically, we wanted to put together a form, artistic form for music as well as art. We wanted to combine it all together. You know, there is no box when it comes to creativity. So we're bringing the music and we're bringing the actual graphic art together.
I mean, yeah, just piggybacking off of what he said, you know, I think the art of R&B has basically intertwined into visual arts and the performance arts. And that's what we come to bring to Columbus tonight. Something a little different than the typical club scene that we have here. A little more grown and sexy, a little more creative, you know, than the usual.
Tonight I'm working with Carpe Diem. It's typically the band that I use. It's a dope cover band in Columbus, Ohio. They also do their own independent music. That's what I'm working with tonight. That's who the singers will be working with tonight as well.
And what is your band?
My band is, I'm a solo artist, so it's just A. Jones Music. A. Jones, is that ajones.com, is that A. Jones on Instagram as well. You can find all of my music and my blogs and what I'm doing there.
And you can find me on b1.com, www.bee1ne.com. You can follow me on Instagram, same thing, @b1, BEE1NE_. I'm a visual artist here in Columbus. I've been traveling, done things such as Art Basel in Miami, Artopia, and just coming here tonight to collab with my boy A. Jones to give the people a live paint performance.
Also, I'm actually relocated to Chicago, Illinois. So I've been in Columbus for the past 7 years. I've just recently relocated to Chicago. So you can check me out here I'll be doing shows in Ohio, and I'll also be doing shows later on this summer in Chicago. So you just have to stay tuned.
And what does this event mean to the community, the art community?
It's showing them that there's another way to do it besides the club. You can have art, you can keep it grown and sexy, and you don't have to, you know, twerk all the time. You can be an adult. It's cool to be an adult. It's cool to have R&B. You know, there's a void in R&B music right now, and they're saying that it's dead. I don't believe so. I just think that the right individuals need to be in the spotlight.
Can you hear yourself?
It's good, yeah. Check 1, 2. Check 2, 1, 2. Yeah.
Okay, good. Wait a second.
That's okay, I have Wi-Fi.
Hey, Chad, could you do a little guitar?
Paparazzi, it's everywhere. Paparazzi is always following me around.
Okay, would you play your other one for me? It's not using playing. That's it. Is he playing? I can't see it right now.
My name is Mitch Allen, General Manager of Zenos Bar Restaurant in Victorian Village at 384 West 3rd Avenue.
And tell us about the bar.
The bar's been in my family for 30 years, opened in 1984. It was a bar before that and then a bakery before that. But over the past 30 years, it's been great to see how the neighborhood's changed and grown around, and how we've been able to grow and change with it.
Tell us about some of the specials at your bar.
It's a friendly neighborhood bar. People can come here after work and have a good time. We have great happy hour prices, great pizza and wings, good food and good company.
Are we picking that up?
It's not reading that much from it. I don't think we are. We're
Okay.
picking up. I don't think it's blowing anything.
Okay. Start over, Mitch. Can you do like Mondays we have pizza, that kind of thing, like a little rundown?
Okay. Mondays we have half price pizza. Tuesdays we do a tall boy can special for $2. Wednesdays wine night and draft night, half off all wine, discounted draft beer, and $3 two conies for $3. Thursday's trivia night, $2 Yinglings. That's a great time. And Friday is half off bottles of wine.
Saturdays you have a DJ.
Friday and Saturday we have a DJ at night, and then Sundays, basically, it's more of a football season kind of day.
I understand you have a party area where we could, if you wanted to, rent out space for parties.
Yes, we do have a party room in the basement. It's $100 to rent out, fairly cheap. You get your own bartender, bathrooms, stereo, TV, everything you'd need, and to have a nice private party all to yourselves.
Kitchen. When is the kitchen open?
The kitchen during the week, Monday through Friday, is open for lunch from 11 to 2, and then opens back up at 5. Usually runs till midnight after that, but sometimes closes earlier in the week. On the weekends, we are open for food from 11 a.m. to midnight, and on Saturdays and Sundays, we have a brunch from 11 to 1.
I think you done it. You think it? I can't think of anything else. I think we covered all your specials.
Yeah.
You have a nightclub atmosphere, the rental down here. Give us a little history of you did that.
Did a little history.
About your father.
My dad opened this up 30 years ago on 1984, just before I was born, and he is now about to be retired, and, as much as he can be. But before that, it was J&J's Grill, and before that, it was the Shop Bakery where I believe the original White Castle burger buns were made.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you get to see yourself. And it's a look directly at him.
Hmm.
And you're going to, first off, tell us your name and your name of your organization.
My name is Leilani Lovell, and the organization is Live, Love, Learn, or L cubed.
Okay, let's do it one more time, but loud.
Oh, is it?
Right.
My name's Leilani Lovell, and the name of my organization is Live, Love, Learn.
How did you start your organization?
I traveled to Guatemala last year to work with a mission. I traveled with a class. It was a service through learning experience. So we worked with a mission, worked with the school that's there, the medical facilities that they all provide for the small rural town there. So it was really inspiring. It's the poorest people I've ever seen, not in a movie, unfortunately. So it was a life-changing experience, and I actually got to sponsor my own child when I was down there by having a fundraiser for everything, the cost to get down there, but I had a surplus, so I get to sponsor my own kid and bring him his book bag and the gift of education, and he's really excelling, and I just really like the way that that made me feel. So we're going to try and get this adventure this year going with kind of the same principles.
Okay, I'm going to re-ask that question.
Oh, no.
Tell me, how did you get started? Were you on a trip and something just popped in your head? We're trying to tell a story.
I know, and I'm trying to not say 80 times.
Oh, that's okay. We could cut things like that.
Good.
out.
Just, all right. So I traveled to Guatemala last year with a class, worked with a mission down there and a school, and got to sponsor my own kids, see how they kind of do things down there, and came back with the idea to collaborate with their struggling artists. I'm a struggling glass artist here, and I thought maybe we could collaborate and pull together just as people and send the money back down to sponsor more education for more kids down there.
What was the organization that you were with?
I traveled down with Columbus Community College, a class with them, but they went through La Paz International, and when I returned, I wrote a grant proposal to them, and they gave me a little bit of funding to get this project off the ground.
Okay. What exactly is the goal for you this year?
This first year, before I return back in December, I have several fundraisers coming up to help with this, but I want to sponsor 5 children for 3 years of middle school. So that's my goal for this year before I go down in December, which is coming up shortly, but we can do it. We can do it.
And with the money you raise, what will these the kids get sponsored? What items?
It's kind of in Guatemala, past 5th grade, they don't get to go to school, so they need sponsorships. It goes into a private school setting, so that includes everything from their books, their materials, their uniforms that they have to wear. So it's $250 a year per child, but they want you to have all 3 years of the middle school, because if that kid can't get sponsored again, then now you just have a 6th grader that can't get the funding for it. So it's in 3-year blocks, but they get all of that, and yeah.
And what is your future goal?
With this organization, I would like to travel down there, collaborate with the artists, work on some different designs, bring them here, get them connected with consignment deals in local stores here, and then hopefully by sending it back and forth, once we take the sales from the consignments, send the money back down for educational sponsorships, and hopefully this family of bead workers that I'm going to work with, I hope it to be self-sustaining by next year. I just want to be the link between the two, bridge the gap, if you will, between the poverty there and the money that we have here.
So, tell me your request. What is you're requesting for people to donate?
I have started a GoFundMe. My goal this year is $4,000 because 5 children times 3 years, it's $3,750, but the extra $250 is just kind of like book bags or maybe a soccer ball or something, because these kids go straight into if they don't go to school, they go straight into the agriculture, laboring to survive. That's what they need. It's kind of just more cost efficient for them to go to work instead of go to school and, you know, as good as well as I do, that you need education to progress as a country, and they're just not going to if they just have to keep sending their children to the field. So, yeah, I just kind of where I'm going with that, just kind of aid that, even if it's just 5 kids. It's 5 kids they didn't have.
And where can someone send a donation?
Right now, to myself, I've got 2 different events coming up, and right now I'm at that point where I'm just, you know, calling on all friends that work everywhere, like gift cards. Do you have anything to donate? To the last time I did it, I had a really successful fundraising event with raffle prizes, a chance auction, door prizes, and really just kind of coined it Happy Hour for Humanity, because I'm a bartender, so I can kind of pull from that kind of pool of people to come out and throw money out and have a good time socializing and talking about things. And just, it's really just awareness. I think everybody's down with education, but they just don't really understand where to put it, and they just really need it down there. So I'm kind of acting as the spokesperson for people that don't have a voice.
Do you have a mission statement for your organization?
I do, but I just wrote it the other day, and I don't think I could recite it to you. It's upstairs written.
Why don't we get that?
Yeah. Like, please don't make me recite it. My lips sweating. It's like...
Those dog commercials.
Sarah McLachlan.
Yeah, put that music behind it.
Okay. To provide educational sponsorships to children in developing nations.
Stop.
My name
Ready,
is...
Betty?
Oh.
All right, kiddo, let's do it.
All right. My name's Leilani Lovell. The organization that I'm trying to get off the ground is Live, Love, Learn, and the mission statement is as follows. It's to provide educational sponsorships to children in developing countries by forming small business cooperatives between local artists, as well as fundraising efforts here domestically. The goal.
Okay,
And the goal for this first year is to sponsor 3 years of middle school education for 5 Guatemalan children, which is a grand total of $37.50.
anything else?
I have a Happy Hour for Humanity fundraiser set in stone with the dates. It is September 6th, 6 to 9 p.m. at 3 Sheets Bar in the Brewery District.
Okay. For donations, you're looking for cash, checks, money orders.
All of the above.
Okay, tell them that you want cash. Please bring your wallet.
Yes, I will have a chance auction, and those prizes end up being pretty awesome. A lot of local businesses, a lot of restaurants, bars with gift cards. Again, I'm just kind of pulling on all of my friends and where they work, and luckily I've been blessed with a great group of friends and acquaintances, and they're all helping me with this, and it really wouldn't be anything without them. So.
And the deadline for raising money.
I wouldn't say it's necessarily a deadline, but I am traveling down there December 27th. I would like to have all of the sponsorships, the money already sent to them, so that when I get there, I can take the additional $250 and get them all backpacks and maybe a soccer ball or something that just kind of lets them be kids.
And last but not least, we're gonna go over to the jury in a second. But,
Oh, okay.
You speak Spanish, I'm assuming.
I speak enough to get by. We're working on it.
Why don't you say, hi is your name, and say something to the kids in Spanish.
Ooh, you're asking a lot.
Can you say, I don't know, how you say hello in Spanish?
Hola. That's about all I got.
See you in December.
Okay, maybe I overshot that. By day 2,
Okay.
I've tuned in. I've tuned to them, and middle school Spanish comes up, but just hola los niños, mi nombre es Leilani y nos vemos en diciembre.
You see it?
Yeah. Hola los niños, mi nombre es Leilani, nos vemos en diciembre.
tight shot. We don't need it.
Oh, okay. These are some of the designs that I've kind of were inspired when I was in Guatemala, just seeing some of the issues that they're dealing with down there. Fair trade is a big problem. A lot of them are day laborers. They get like 50 cents a day to do really hard work. And that's because we can get a can of Folgers for, $8. So the equality symbol is kind of representative of the fair trade. So, but I've changed out the colors to represent bright Guatemalan colors. The peace sign, again, La Paz International, the organization that granted me the small grant to go down and do this, their symbol, La Paz means the peace, so she's got me working on some designs to sell through them and also make some profits going towards all this. The bullets, the shell casings with the crayons, a big part of the reason that they're struggling down there was a genocide in the 80s. A lot of the native population became the disappeared, is all they called them. They were basically just murdered. Conflicting ideas. It was very political, but this kind of represents how I came up with that, and then what I'm currently doing now. So the bullet casing into the crayon, representing the children that are kind of still struggling from 2 decades ago of something that happened politically. I've kind of turned those in, and actually everything that I sell here, wholesale or consignment with these designs are going to go, the profits are going to go directly towards educational sponsorships, the main goal that I've got here. Also just the bright colors, just things that I can make on my own and kind of sell here. Have them bead. So this is, I'm doing that on the torch, and that's what I just spent. Just a variety of different pendants that I'm going to take down there, and then they're going to do the beadwork. So be collaborative.
Can you hold up the necklace?
Which one? This one? So we've got the bullet.
Like closer to the table. Yeah. Like that.
So, do you need me to explain that again?
No, we have you explain it.
Good.
It's really nice. I like this. Let me ask you this. Can these, will you be able to get...
I have a Dremel. I mean, you mean like personalized ones?
Mm-hmm. Great.
So yeah, we're still, again, at the beginning stages of hand making everything and all my friends and paying them.
I've been trying to get a hold of someone from that place.
Well, and I'm a sweatshop in my studio assembling these bullet casings. Hey, you want to come help me assemble some jewelry?
Yeah, I think
for a hug? Good. But yeah, again, my friends are really key to these. Like,
yeah.
I'm already pulling in donations from local cantina, Gallows. I'm working on Hyde Park. A lot of really good restaurants because again, like I'm a bartender, so everybody I know is in service. I like to have that, and this is for a good cause, so all the money's going for that.
Right.
So that's where you have successful raffle prizes and or chance auctions and stuff like that. So
I think this is great, kiddo.
I like it. So I'm actually going to change out of I got dressed up.
You have to tight.
Yeah. Pull it up a little bit, show it to the camera.
Pull it up.
Yeah, so this is the beadwork that they specialize in, the local artists. So we're just going to collaborate on like some of my glass pendants that I end up doing. When I get down there, we're going to hammer in the specific designs, but you get the idea. Just